Okay, now say I've decided to build myself a new website for Web Catalyst. Okay, I would open up my Artisteer. Actually, before we go on, let's just tidy up the previous step. Remember, in my temp folder on my desktop here, I've still got this green clue folder which contains a copy of the theme. Okay, but we don't actually need that anymore because we've uploaded it to the web server. And even if we delete this, we can still export it again from Artisteer and create it again, right? So I'm just going to delete it just to keep everything tidy. Minimize. Okay, so I open up Artisteer fresh and I see this website we always see, and I want to create a new website for Web Catalyst. One thing to bear in mind when you're working with Artisteer is to save your projects regularly. So say we make a whole bunch of changes to this. Say we just click on suggest design to rejig it all, and say we'd messed around with all the different zones and got to this point where we quite like that design, yeah, and we'd carefully tweaked all the colors and whatnot. Now we don't just want to close Artisteer, we want to save this project as it is. So rather than just exporting it and then that'll be the theme, you can't edit it once it's exported. And if we don't save the work we're doing, this template we're making, then we're in trouble. So to save what you're doing, you click on a file and go down to save as. Okay, and then you select a folder where you want to save the Artisteer file. So I'm just going to put it in temp folder like I always do and give it a name. I'm going to call this new Web Catalyst site. So this is saying it's saving it as an Artisteer project. So it's only Artisteer that will be able to open this file. So save that. Wait for the little hourglass or the little timer to go away as it saves it for us. Okay, once it's done it, we can close Artisteer and we're safe because there it is, new Web Catalyst site.artx. On your computer it may or may not show that last bit, the .artx. On most computers I've specifically changed my settings in Windows to show those file extensions, but it might not do that on yours unless you've specifically enabled it as well. Now once we've finished editing and we've saved our file, closed Artisteer, and we're done building our site for the day, the next day when we come back, just like when we save a Word document, we just double click on that and it will load our project back up and we start off where we left off. And there it is, right where we left off. You can do it that way around, or you can do it the other way around, which is, let me just close Artisteer a second here, and minimize that. You can do it the other way around, where you just open Artisteer by clicking on the icon, and then it will load it up as normal, but it will just load up the default site. So we get to this point. So we can also go up to File, Open, and then browse to where we want to go, browse to my desktop, browse to the folder that it's saved in. So it gives us a little preview there, Web Catalyst site, double click on that, and that's just the other way of doing it. It does exactly the same thing as double click on the Artisteer file itself, but if your project file is saved in a deep dark folder somewhere and you can't remember where you've put it, you can just do File, Open, and then find it that way. And also you might notice that when you go to File and Open, it shows all of the projects you've been working on recently. You can just click on that and it'll open it up again.